Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to the Wizard stream. I am joined by my friend Hugo. Um, Hello, Hugo. How are you?
Hello, yeah, I'm good. I just arrived from back from Greece. I was on holiday, but the markets were picking up, so luckily the holiday was over. Already planned it, so now I'm back. I can concentrate fully on the markets.
Yeah, back in front of the screens. How was the holiday?
Yeah,
How was Greece?
oh, it was great. It was like chilling on the beach. Like in the morning, I would look a little bit at charts, a bit of gold, and then I mean, my phone was always on, but it was nice to be like off in the sun. It was like 30 degrees every day. Some amazing fish food, some like
Ooh,
ceviches,
ooh,
some
very
like
nice.
squid, octopus. So I got happy.
Oh, very nice. And plenty of profits to spend, I assume. It's
It,
been that
I
sort of
enjoyed my
week in the
holiday.
market.
That's
I
I
love that.
definitely enjoyed my holidays.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I guess sort of just as an introduction to Hugo. So Hugo and I met. We met virtually in CSE. So that was how we met the first time, and then we met face to face in Zebu Live, wasn't it, in October?
Yes.
Um, yeah, that was a fun weekend. I remember in the karaoke bar it was, wasn't it, in Greenwich?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I think the first night I didn't go to the karaoke bar. The second night that we went there, I remember
Oh,
all
it
those
was.
British. I don't know what it was. Like I'm not from Britain, and then for me, all those pubs are so different than what I'm used to. But it was really fun. I think my dad was there as well, and he's like 65. He was like looking really
Yeah, he was he
with the
was he
beard
was
and had
he
looking
was
to all the
loving it.
girls. Yeah.
He was loving it. Yeah, what a time that was. I mean, if I could go back to October, I would, because in hindsight, Zebu was probably quite a good time to buy. Um,
Yeah.
when we had that sort of choppy range of death before the Trump pump. Um, I think from a general market outlook, I'm quite positive. I mean, I'm not bullish particularly often, but I'm feeling bullish. I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a bad thing. But I know you're also sort of erring on the bullish side now, aren't you?
Yeah, I was like not really bullish at the beginning. I sold like my spot holdings, almost everything, like in end of May, starting of June. I was like, this over, there will be a summer chop. Bitcoin will stay around, I don't know, 102, 108K. But then suddenly we got loads of pumping. I really wasn't expecting it, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. Loads of
Yeah, I
volatility coming in
it's
on
always
the
it's always
altcoin.
fun. Always fun. I like pumps over summer as well, because obviously it gives you some nice. I feel like the pumps are more fun when it happens over summer. Like, it's always, you never want a sort of depressing price action summer, but I think we've been quite fortunate, haven't we? And we had that early pump in June, wasn't it? End of May into June, sort of throw people off for the sell in May, and then a little bit of a dump. So nice chance to reaccumulate some things, and then yeah, I think this week certainly. I think it was gearing. The last couple of weeks, it's been gearing up, but I think it's caught quite a few people off guard. But that's what they say, isn't it? It's when stuff gets boring, that's when it gets interesting. And I think certainly after all the
Yeah.
chop, it's been quite fun, particularly if you hold Ethereum. Like, I was
Yeah.
very overexposed to Ethereum with not enough Bitcoin, so I feel somewhat vindicated in my decision now. But yeah, hopefully, long may it continue. But it was a nice chance to offload some this week.
Yeah, you're already selling some ETH?
I sold some, yeah. So I was in. I'd been holding some that I'd bought sort of down at sort of like 1800, 1900. Um, for me, it was a case of I keep hold of some, but it was nice to sort of just be able to take it out and move it into other stuff.
Yeah.
I Yeah, I tended to. So what I did was, of my spot holdings, I sort of over the last couple of days, I've sold half to rotate out, and the other half I've just sort of put on a coin margin 2x. So if we ride up to 4 grand, 4 grand plus, then I'm happy. If we go down, I'll just buy some more and put some more ETH in for margin. But the famous last words. If someone comes to my account, then you know why. But I don't know. It feels like a good time to buy altcoins. Like I think
Yeah.
certainly I've been chatting to Justin and Co recently, and I think we're starting to hit the point where we're beginning to bottom out, and some of the DTAs that I've been running are looking a little bit more fruity. There were some things that I was annoyed I missed. I was out yesterday. Justin texted earlier in the day and said, keep CKB on your watch list. I was out, so I had it on my list to deal with today, and CKB went and printed something like a 40% hourly candle.
I'm just looking it up. What is this? How does he know?
Oh, it was. I think he was looking at a previous support level, and decided to go early. But I caught banana with him. He put me onto banana, so I bought a spot position of that, and rode that up. But yeah, it's been a fun week. Been a pretty intense one. How's it been for you? Have you done I say, have you done much trading? I assume you've probably done quite a lot of trading, and you've done quite a lot of profitable trading.
Yeah, I
But
did some. I like last week I started like a Deegan account, was like playing around with it, and I made a 6x on it.
oh,
So I'm quite
nice,
happy. But yeah, it
nice.
was
Okay.
mostly due like I got 11 or 1200% on Doge. Just hit my
Oh, okay.
TP1.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
Uh,
you hit that level on Doge.
yeah, I got like an Eve long. There's also like I got a few longs that really played out really well. My Tia long, my Eve. I'm still building my ZRO long because it needs to break out at some point. But then,
Mm,
yeah, I was quite lucky with a lot of positions. Yeah, let
yeah,
me see what the other big one was. There's one more big. It
yeah,
was
yeah.
O
ZRO's had
plus.
Opulus. Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
now I'm like thinking how to rotate everything because I saw like now the Doge pump, so I'm looking a little bit at other meme coins who maybe needs to be pumped because
Yeah.
yeah, I sort of believe you will get sort of altcoin season, and like we saw in the weekend, we saw some pumping of like Doge. And at some point, like today, no, what we saw what I think is a good example. During the weekend, Sol didn't really pump,
No, and
and
then
we
it went
saw a big
today.
ETH, and then I think maybe the market makers of Sol weren't there. But that is sort of guessing what I'm saying now. But like they weren't live, so they said like, ah, okay, we'll do it on the Monday when we're back at the screen. So maybe look in the weekends what is not pumping and should be pumping, and they will pump it themselves.
Yeah, agree. I mean, I've been looking through. I mean, I shared some of my charts in CSE, and I'm pretty sure we have fairly similar charts for stuff. But yeah, like some altcoins just look very bullish.
Yeah,
But we can get onto that later. Actually, should we do a stream trade? Should we put a stream trade on?
sounds good.
It's so I will
Oh,
share my screen.
what ticker? I will take a look around my tickers
Let's have a
because
look.
I did a lot of charting and a lot were on resistance. Maybe some is breaking out or doing a nice retest currently.
I sold my Pengu way too early. I was buying a lot of Pengu around sort of like that 9 10 mark, and then I started offloading it sort of once we got to 18 19 20 36. That's nuts.
Yeah, if the thing what also looks good is ADA. I
I
think
Yeah,
yeah that one looks quite well. It is only let's maybe to take a look at for the stream trade.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, I also think Arbitrum will do some nice stuff.
yeah. I
It
like
it's
ours.
just got in the new range.
Okay.
Sort of
What's that?
entry-level at the moment. Yeah,
Yeah. Ooh, that's coming down for this nice retest here, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. So you've got an entry probably around there, and you'd invalidate maybe sort of bottom of these wicks, maybe
Yes,
down
I
here.
think that was my entry exactly. What we also could do is maybe this maybe not fight the trend. I was looking at Doge, that is at
Okay.
resistance. It's back at my TP1. We could try that one because that is really at resistance level, I would say.
So we're looking to short Doge.
Yeah, because we want the
Yeah.
stream trade to have some quick
Yeah.
profits.
Yes, we do. So 10x is as high as it goes. We'll put half the account if it's only $100, I think, in here. There we are. And we will. Oop, so log into the wallet. There we are. And we will place the market order. Boom. There we are. Right. So I will stop sharing that and we can check in on that. So I guess dive in really sort of your journey into trading and how you sort of became the trader you are. Obviously we shared the same teachers, so we have the same looking charts, but I think sort of how have you found sort of that journey into both sort of crypto but also that move into trading?
What I think, like when I was young, I was already always interested in making money. I think when I was really young, I would make my own jelly and sell it to like neighbors, something like that. Did always stuff like that because I wanted to make money. I felt like money is the thing. I need to buy things. So I think that is what I did when I was like 8, 9 years old, and I would let my grandmother buy some fruits, and then we would make it, and then I would make the profits. And after a few years, they said like maybe you do the investing yourself in the pots and everything. I was like, nah, now it's not the best business model anymore. So I started to look at the different stuff. Then I did some stocks. I think it was when I was 14. I bought some Apple. That was like I like iPhones. I like iPad. I think it pumps in September and it dumps in summer. That was like I think the 14-year-old Hugo was not really busy with it, but he enjoyed looking at it. I was like, everyone needs to be buying the stock when the new iPhone will come. So that was what my strategy was. And then my dad got into crypto in like 2018, if I'm not mistaken. And
Okay.
then yeah, then he got into it. He got really happy about it, and he did some trading on it. And then later on, I also got in, and then I bought a Bitcoin or something, and then yeah, I had the bull run 2021. There, I went up really, really high, but I lost everything. I almost ended was not exactly zero, but it was not far from it. I really enjoyed. It was like the moment where I was watching like the Moon or Crypto. They said I'm going live now with 4 million. I was like, ah, I also need to go along. If they do so much, it's easy. I was looking at easy money. And there were
Isn't
some
it?
points where it worked, but I gave everything back to to the market. So yeah, that was the start, and then I think I already watched Jordan's videos, TMG, and then at some point he started Discord. I was looking at it, and then I'm not sure. I think when it started, I joined quite quickly in a few after a few months, and then I started to learn. First, I tried his strategy, but that didn't really work out for me.
Mm,
And then
mm.
we got really lucky that we had channel. He was talking about levels and all those stuff. And what I always really enjoyed with like the Friday afternoon sessions and like Monday and Wednesday. And there everyone was talking about trading. First I felt a little bit scared to talk because I was like the young guy, you were all the guys I didn't know the face, but they were like older. I was like, I won't talk too much, but I was always listening into the conversations. And then, yeah, when then I think then came the Block Pro coaching sessions, and that really helped me to look at levels, where to buy, what to do, really get a notebook to write everything down. Mm,
Mm.
that really helped me. And then from the
Mm.
moment I think when we met at Zebu, I got really, I felt easy to, yeah, to be with people. I would ask more questions, and that really changed everything. And then, yeah, then it's really started the trading phase. But it was like always in my head I needed to do trading, but then, yeah, I really got serious with it. And over the last months, it went quite good. So yeah, that is sort of a quick story about the trading.
Yeah, I'm just chuckling. Justin's just dropped me a message. He's put a signal in. Justin, I have just on the stream account. I have just put a limit entry in for that one. So we'll see if that one hits as well. See if we can hit two out of the park. Yeah, I think sort of. So on your journey into trading, then what have you really found difficult, or like the real sort of learning curve in it? I know obviously trading in a bull market is notoriously difficult, and I think some of the price action we've had has been pretty nasty, hasn't it? In parts, like how have you navigated that and sort of continued sort of your profitable journey in that regard?
I think the yeah, it's all for me. The biggest lesson was called risk management. I would go in with like 10-20% of the account when it was growing, would be adding, not taking TPs. And
Mm.
when I really understand that, and when I understand that, I think the biggest lesson was that I understand that leverage is bullshit. Like
Yeah,
it depends what your size is, and you can use a 10x with this amount, you can do a 5x with this amount. It doesn't
just
really
how
matter.
much margin do you need to fulfill the position,
Yeah,
and how do you need to
and that
amplify your margin to fit that?
yeah, I think that was the biggest lesson, and to be happy with what I have, because I always had like if the markets pump, I was like, I need to have more longs open, and when it was dumping, I had a lot of longs open. And I was like, okay, this is not working.
Yeah,
It always
it's
fired my backwards.
yeah, it's always tough. I always that was the one sort of thing that I had is when I went into it is the real sort of risk management skill that I had was that I had learned the hard way is sort of being really ruthless about when to cut, and when it gets to that point where you're underwater and you're just like, I want to cut, but I want to cut higher up, and it's you never get the chance to cut higher up. I think that's sort of when I first started trading serious. That was one of the things for me is sort of just holding on and marrying positions, and I think sort of for me it was always like being that really cutthroat of like if it's invalidated, cut it.
Yeah, there's like if you get stop loss, I mean, I think that was also a good lesson of block for like if you're sort of good trading or if you're trading well, you take like 1 in 3 setups. If you get 3 setups, if you get one right and you use a 1 in 3 risk reward, you will stay. It won't be profitable, but you will stay at break even. If you're doing
Mm.
a little better than that, you're already profitable. Don't
Yeah,
think about doing like a 10x every week. Look at 1% and you will be even.
yeah.
I mean, it will go.
It's a percentage compound game, isn't it? It's I I always reflect on it. And I look back, and for me, people lock their money up for years for 4 or 5% a year. So if you're able to sort of even make 3 or 4% a week, like you're outperforming all of the indices. You're outperforming all of that. I found it's for me it's all well and good having sort of the mega number, the mega sort of positions of 100x, 50, 150x leverage, etc. But it's sort of how it compounds up and how you're able to sort of have that win rate that's really sustaining, especially sort of when we get quite turbulent markets as we've sort of had from. I'd say I'd,
Yeah,
I'd say pretty much most of this year has just been pure chop. If I look back sort of over the last year, we've had a few nice
Yeah.
runs, but it's pretty much. I think we probably about a year ago or so we had obviously the summer chop, upward expansion in November, and then we've just had chop, downward chop, tariff chop,
Yeah. And in
all
crazy words
time
of
high
war,
chop.
we got the fucking war and everything, and I mean, what is Trump doing?
Yeah,
I was,
yeah. Traders
I
can't
thought
traders
it
can't
would be
catch a
bullish for
break.
the markets.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? I remember I had a few positions open, and I was up on Discord talking to my friends, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Then all my alerts started going off. I'm like, what's happening? And it's like Iran's fired missiles at Israel. I'm like, oh no, like, I just can't catch a break. We're hoping to move upwards, but we just can't catch a break. Um, yeah, I think then in terms of sort of, should we talk some altcoins then, and sort of what you're eyeing
Yeah,
up
I
and what
think,
what you're
yeah, if we
looking
were
at.
looking at, if, I mean, if you look at the charts, they're looking quite well, and I think we can show the people how it is looking.
Yes, do you want me to share
Can you
my
open your?
charts? Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I can
fine.
share mine. Because I've pretty much already tweeted these anyway. What am I looking at? I am looking at this. We can work our way down the list. So I've got a little list here. I've got quite a few lists actually. But this is one that both you and I are incredibly bullish on ZRO.
Yeah,
Um,
it
how
is
do you see
coming at
this
some
playing
point.
out? Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, it is chopping and is having a lot of trouble with resistance, but at some point this needs to break out. I think I have my I was like when we were turning bullish a little lower at a lower level.
mm,
Let me take a look. I was already turning bullish from 226.8.
mm,
That was the level where I was like, I need to long. This
yeah,
is looking good. Yeah, it is looking better and better. I think it will go quick. I think,
yeah,
yeah, really, if we really get an altcoin season like in the past, we get like 20% gains on like really random days on
mm,
alt. So yeah, I'm definitely
yeah.
holding my position.
I agree. I think for me, I'm looking at how it holds this 241. I think if I look back, 241 was the catalyst for this back
Yeah.
last year. If I look back, 241. Oh no, that's the one up, isn't it? Yeah, I had too many lines. So I think 241. If we hold it, this here, I think for me is probably the key level because we can see push up onto here, and then this 311. I think for me, all hell breaks loose once we break that 311. If we can
Yeah.
break that, because you could argue that pretty much that impulse move was started here, and you could argue that this impulse move, well, that impulse move was started here, and that one was
Yeah.
started here. So I think for me, you look through, and I might actually change that to a golden line.
And I also think like now because it is, if I'm not mistaken, is sort of the same as Chainlink. Is doing the
Yeah.
same. It will be competitor, and Chainlink is performing quite well lately. So
Yeah, I've got
yeah,
I've got that one marked out. So this is what I had for Chainlink. So if I zoom out onto, so the where I was looking at, so I had two buy zones marked out. So I had this buy zone here, which I didn't actually get to buy anything in here. Um,
mm,
I didn't really have any orders here, but I think for me, it's held this second buy zone really, really well. You can see we've consolidated here, and we've only really
yeah,
dipped below it a couple of times. And I think
yeah,
ultimately for me, I had this. I don't know if you're similar, but I had this level here marked out as like the breakout zone.
yeah.
And I
I
think
got
we're
the same.
just breaking above it. so, so here I'm interested into sort of personally in how it reacts and
Yeah,
whether we
and
whether we get the ability to retest here.
yeah, I
And I
don't.
think
I also sort
I
of hope we don't. I think the
I
market makers will leave everything out, everyone out, because
yeah,
if you look at the volume chart and if you look at like the Google searches, crypto is not really. pumping. So
No.
I think they want people to buy in late.
Yeah, I agree. I think yeah. If
Why give people a
that
good
level looks
opportunity?
good. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's exactly what Justin was saying on stream today. What we've been talking about for a while is it's too easy. It's too easy a trade to pull it back. I think like, at this point, if you're not in position, it's wait for a pullback and just go in on the pullbacks. I think that's probably the way to play it. And I know another one that we're both quite bullish on is Celestia.
yeah, yeah. I think you got
Now
in
that
really
is
well.
a
You have like an entry at 150, if I remember correctly.
yeah.
150.
My entry's 150. So I was in a I think it's 3x leverage at 150. So
Uh,
I was not actually that far off the bottom, really.
yeah.
Um, it was getting a bit dicey at times because I was eyeing up and it kept going down. I think it went just below, went down, bottomed out at 11382. But this thing has just been absolutely destroyed, hasn't it?
Yeah. I think yeah, for me, we're almost that we can like revisit like 283 or something. That's like
Yeah.
some levels I'm looking at, and then it can go quite heavy because if you look like if you it is like November 2024 or like December, the highs are so much higher.
Mm,
Like we're talking about $8, we're at two. That's a 300% gain
yeah,
from
exactly.
here.
From here, and especially when you look at sort of this 3048 level. Obviously, it's held it here before dipping below resistance down, found support there. But I look back and that that seemed to be resistance down. Once it found that level, it was just relentless, wasn't it? All the way up to here. I
Yeah.
think this is a hold on tight and have some.
Yeah, I think I see Justin saying that Satya will pump and won't stop. No one will get in.
Yeah, yeah,
But we
it's
will
a
be happy that we were already in. But I
yeah. I,
totally agree with him.
I agree. I mean, in all honesty, I'm still adding to some positions here. I think still even here, I think that there's so much risk
Yeah,
reward here. Like
it looks
for
really
me,
good. But
yeah, for me, like it's either it gains this or it dies, and as long as sort of you manage your risk, you have a point of invalidation. If it goes below, I mean, if it goes below here, you're pretty much bailing out at that point. But
yeah,
yeah,
I think it looks quite well, yeah. And what also
yeah,
like the one what is also looking good is one what I was surprised to was found finally back is Metis. That was also really high up in the bull market.
Matic.
Nee, Metis.
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 Oh yeah, yeah,
Metis.
yeah. Well, Metis is tied to ETH, isn't it?
Yeah, so I
Or
was like looking
it's
at it and
no, it's got
I was
Metis
seeing
charted
a
up on
lot of
here.
upside. I remember I got
Yeah,
some longs in, I got at 65 or like
I remember
from
buying it around
65 to
here.
80. Yeah, I was buying that range. And then I was looking at it, it was like at $20.
Yeah. Or I look at this, I got a little bit burnt on here because I remember buying when I was buying just around the election. I was buying here, and I was aiming to take some profits up here. And I thought this run up here, I thought I'd get it, I'd get it, I'd get it. I'd been following my stop loss up, and I had a trail. I think I got trailed out around here. Fortunately, because that is just fairly miserable price action. Um, I think I agree with Haller. I think it's. I'd like to see it probably gain this range here
Yeah, there's like a high range. Yeah, but
before
I
I
was
got
like looking
involved.
like, but it wasn't. I mean, the project is not a shitty project, right? Uh,
No, it's no, it's
It's a
it's an
layer two.
interesting one. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how all of the ETH layer twos perform. Um,
Yeah,
I know, obviously, we chatted about Arbitrum.
yeah, that
Uh,
one looks better.
yeah, Oh, not if you zoom all the way out.
I know. Don't show my TP.
I bet Block Pro got the short in up here on this one. But
He
yeah,
definitely
you
did.
gotta scroll in a little bit. But yeah, this one for me, I think we're very nearly at this level. I think if we hold here, it should be quite an interesting ride, as sort of Justin says. There's no reason for it to stop here because we've
Yeah.
had a lot of price action here, a lot of price action here, price action here, and then a lot of price action here. So this feels like you could potentially be getting a banana zone up to here. And I know
Yeah.
Arbitrum is really interesting, I think, from a fundamental point of view, because it's quite institutionalized. I know that's what Robinhood are running their tokenized trading on until they build their own. And as part of that deal, I believe that the Arbitrum or the Arbitrum Foundation get a 10% kickback from Robinhood's layer 2 when that eventually comes.
Oh, well.
So that I found quite interesting. And obviously, Arbitrum is what you have a lot of the decentralized exchanges run on. So
Yeah.
things like Hyperliquid, for instance, Hyperliquid, the USDC is on Arbitrum. Same with Lighter and Ostium. Ostium also runs on Arbitrum. So it seems to be the preferred L2.
Yeah.
I tell you what,
That was why I'm
was it?
also buying it.
Yeah, it just looks really bullish. Like I said, like it gave so much opportunity in this zone.
Yeah, we got
I think,
we got rejected at the 51.35 level. That
yeah,
was also marked out. But
so I
if
think it'll
we,
be interesting.
yeah,
So that's probably if we
this
zoom
really
in.
is something to look an eye out on.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
if we
you
get the
might get,
4 hour candle above,
yeah, yeah. If it 4 hour candle close above there, I think it's interesting because obviously some daily. We might, if we get a altcoin pullback, you might get a really good opportunity to get in here. I
yeah,
don't think, or at least we shouldn't really be retesting here.
no,
I think
then
if we come in and retesting here, then that's probably where it gets a bit dicey. And certainly, I don't think we retest down here. As much as I'd love to get a back test in here, I don't think we'd. That would be a beautiful back test on it for us straight from there and up. But I think for me that 51 level feels really important.
yeah, I think yeah, it's also AFAX is also always good looking good. They're also doing a lot of deal flow there in the US. They
Yeah,
got with the FIFA some things.
I've got
I
my
always see it. You got
levels
the
marked
retest
out.
levels.
I've got my retest levels and AVAX. For me, it feels like sort of this area here.
Yeah.
It feels like this area here. I think once we break above, I mean, I'd love to fill in that fair value gap up to there.
And it won't
Yeah,
be
it's
that difficult, I'm thinking. Like, if I'm also looking at projects, I look quick to always look up what they do, if they're like being active on X. And if I see they're active, if I know I got some news messages about it and they were positive, then I'm like, okay, the team is building, the chart looks quite well. Maybe I need to look for some entries because yeah, at some point it will definitely go back to the 32, 32, 33 level,
yeah.
and then from there, just like I
I
made
mean,
a lot of
this
profits and I
yeah,
don't care.
exactly. I think at this point, you'd start beginning to scale out. I think
Yeah.
as you follow through here. But in terms of where altcoin charts go now, I was really annoyed because Justin texted me, as I mentioned, Justin texted me on Sunday morning, and I was out and missed this. If I go up onto the hourly, so I think Justin texted me, have a look here. I
Yeah.
think it was here. I think Justin texted me. If we look here. And then it was, I think when I first saw it, it was there, and then it just printed like that.
Crazy candles.
Like it just printed that unholy candle up to the top, and I was, oh, I was I was looking whether or not there was a scalp short when I saw it, sort of like when it was around here, but I thought it's too high risk at that point. I think if I wanted to short it, which is dangerous enough, I'd have
Yeah.
wanted to short it up here.
Also,
Uh,
when you're out, you don't want to have like a short open and
no,
something pumps like
exactly,
crazy.
like exactly, especially stuff like this because you're having to sort of make a position where you're looking at sort of quite a high leverage position. So mind you, yeah, you just got a 12% pullback, but it is so hard to get those things.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, I
I
don't
did
care if I
get,
miss these shorts. Like I'm like they're
yeah,
pumping. That I mean, if I get another trade, I mean, what they say like if you miss a trade, there's tomorrow. There's a different one.
yeah,
Really, where we
yeah.
are, yeah, with all the volatility now, don't care about
Mm.
missing a big pump because they can also pump like another 10-20%.
Yeah, I agree. I did catch a nice one on banana though.
Mm.
I bought a spot position sort of around here again. Justin texted me. Uh, Big up Justin for the alpha. And then so I began selling some of the spot position here and put a short in, and I rode my short down with a trail, and I think I might have got stopped out sort of around this mark, but that was sort of just a pure scalping attempt. But this just
Yeah, but it is not a scalping tent when you're scaling out. I mean, if
no.
you're scaling your bags out, we
It's
know
to
what
be honest,
happens.
yeah. I still had a little bit of a spot, so I prefer to call it a hedge. And I think that's always an interesting way. But this is exactly sort of like what we're saying with the other altcoins, isn't it? Is you get this buy zone of accumulation,
Yeah.
gain of a level. I've not got the level. Yeah, so we see gains this level here, moves up. I've not got it marked out here, but this breakout zone is a level, and it wouldn't surprise me to see this potentially come bounce here and come and take out some of these.
Yeah. Is there anything behind the project banana, or is it like nothing?
Um, I
Do you have
don't.
any
I
idea?
think
Is the
it
meme
was
coin?
it was a trading bot, wasn't it? I believe it was banana
Mm.
trading bot. Now, I'm not sure how profitable the trading bots still are, given sort of the abundance of them. Uh, so yeah, I don't know because I've not really been in the trenches anymore. I can't. I
Yeah.
can't hack it. I can't hack it in the trenches. I did actually, to be fair. I opened a wallet earlier and saw I'd bought some Solana ID.
Mm.
While I bought it back in, I started buying it back in April. I was at a Swissborg event with and I was chatting to Simon there, the founder of it, and so he was saying it was really cheap. Um, I looked at it and I thought, to be honest, the risk reward here is pretty good. So I began scaling in, but
They had a 200% pump today.
I sold I sold it through my trading bot. I saw it hit 15 million market cap, and I thought, right, I'll sell because I've got some on the Swissborg pre-sale anyway. Um,
Yeah.
so and I think like 40% of that is still locked. So it was sort of a hedge. I can get back in lower if I want to. Um, I think yeah,
Yeah, but I think the 50 million mark was really nice.
yeah, 100%.
That is the was the listing price or the price we got from the Swissborg vault, one of the two.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit down. Yeah, because I had what did I have? I went in with Evan, and he said we were still sort of down like 40% on our thing, and I think that was at that sort of 10 million market cap. Um, the one that I don't know if they've got the chart on here. The one that I got done in on Swissborg badly was this. Uh,
Mates. Oh.
I got in on the pre-sale, and it went sort of like round here, and I sold whatever had unlocked. So I think I didn't put much in. I think I put like $300 in and sold it for $500-600. But I had a load locked up, and this thing just like died. It
Yeah, I
died.
mean,
It's
if you look, if you just only listened on, I don't know what exchange Poly next, then I already
yeah.
know it's like gone.
Yeah, it was. Well, it was the funny. I say the funny bit. It was quite miserable for anyone involved. But it was. Do you remember when the whole debacle around that Hayden Davies guy, the market makers?
Mm,
What did they do? Uh,
I don't
they were the
know.
market
Don't
makers
know.
that properly rugged something. Um,
Was it with
Oh, the Libra
when
coin,
you
the Libra coin. Do you remember the
Libra
Javier
coin?
Milei
Yeah,
Libra
yeah.
coin? Yeah, the guy who set that up, Hayden Davies, the market maker. He was the one that this project got to market make for them, and they were texts that leaked, and it was just like full offload, and he was saying like
Yeah.
max extract when he sent a text to people saying, "Fellas, this one's max extract," and apparently the project sent him some tokens to market make, and he just like dumped the entirety on the market, and
Yeah, it
obviously
was
didn't
another
balance
project
any
with
buy
him.
pressure. Yeah,
He had
so
also Kip Protocol. And that one also what he did the market making, and that one died off as well. Ah, it's not completely dead, but
that's
it is
Hugo.
completely dead.
I would say that is as good as dead.
You know, I was like, I sold everything, but I still have like a what's it? Is this still? I have still a minor on it, and I had like 1 year minor thing on it. And I was like hoping it's not completely dead, but this was also related to him.
This
I
was
haven't checked
a
in the project for a long time.
this was a launch pad, wasn't it? Kit Protocol.
Yeah, it was a launch
Yeah,
pad.
because
I got
I
like
think I had some of that. I don't know
yeah,
if
it
I've still
was
got
on
it. It was.
back then. You could buy it on Launch Block. That's what where I bought it.
Oh, Launch Block was another one. If they got the chart for that. Oh, that chart died,
It
didn't it?
doesn't exist anymore.
That was a horrible one.
Yeah,
That was a horrible one. I'll tell you what is doing really well. I
yeah.
completely
I'm also
missed it. Is
currently in a long.
LDO? Are
Yeah,
you?
I forgot to
Oh.
say it. Yeah, I got in at let me see, at the breakout. I think the breakout of 117 or something. I think. Or did I get
Yeah,
in earlier? Let me
I think
take a
this is
look.
quite an interesting one though, because I mean, there's a secondary breakout zone probably like if it gains this level here, which it appears
No,
to
I got
have.
in.
I think you'll have probably got in. What you say, 117?
Yeah, no, 120, the 117, yeah, there. And I DC'd my position a little bit up
Yeah,
because I think
that,
this will fly. I was like,
yeah,
this will be one of the coins to get like a lovely 20% candle in the 1 hour.
yeah. Well, it's a leverage ETH play, isn't it? Essentially,
Yeah. So yeah, that
but
one
yeah,
I'm looking at a lot. That one, yeah, it looks really good. Also, I think like the Cardano looks also quite good.
we
I think we
chatted
saw
about this
today.
earlier, didn't we?
Yeah,
That was
we didn't look up at the chart. Like I saw like Spud was like talking, should I sell? What should I buy? And I think we both reacted like, don't sell this. It's
yeah,
looking quite goodish. It's really
yeah,
breaking
one,
out. It got the retest. I think it's like a textbook play here.
yeah. I was a bit late onto this one, so went long around here. So
Yeah.
I missed this area here because ideally I was ideally looking for a rejection off here. I wanted to see it reject and come down into sort of this region, but when we sort of closed ahead, I thought I'd missed the boat when I saw that candle, and then sort of when it came back down here, I thought probably a good time to get in right here. Um, yeah, it's ripping, isn't it? And that candle's
Yeah,
nuts for a
I
news
got in
candle.
like
That
today
is a
somewhere. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because today it came down, didn't it, and had that retest there.
Yeah, I was looking at the retest.
Is there any other altcoins that you've been? There probably is. What other altcoins have you been looking at?
Mm,
So,
yeah, I think I'm also looking at other meme coins because Doge, I think your short is running in profits. Like if Doge is pumping, something like, I mean, yeah, something like With, I'm looking at Popcat. These are the ones where I was looking at now.
oh
They should also pump.
yeah,
Because,
thank you very much, Hugo. We are 27% in profit on Doge short. Uh, where are we on the charts? I might keep that open. I think we've probably got more to go down, haven't we?
yeah, because it
Uh,
went up like crazy. 2 times the
yeah,
12-13% candle. Yeah,
yeah.
but
Let's have a look.
then oh there I
Let's have a
forgot
look.
to tell.
Doge.
But then
Yeah,
yeah,
I'd probably look
maybe
at. Yeah, where should I be looking to close that one out? I mean, do we get a
yeah
retest of
if we,
here?
I mean if you look at the daily, it is like jumping like really
Yeah,
hard. Like it wouldn't surprise me if we get any retest. Maybe like the 20, what is it, 25 level, something like that. It would be nice. Maybe high. Maybe we can do like
probably at the top of
25.
that wick. Yeah, 25.9.
Yeah, that seems quite
I'll,
reasonable.
I'll set a stop loss on that one.
And maybe already in profits. Yeah,
We are, yeah,
27%. I mean, if you put the stop loss at break even, it's like a risk-free trade
exactly. What was
because
my
this thing can also
entry?
pump. You never know.
Yeah, you never want to be caught on the wrong side of these.
Yeah, because always like what also Jalapeno said, when the trend is your friend until the end, we are trending upwards with the markets. We saw a small correction today. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe this was
Ooh,
the correction and we go up only now.
I hope so. I mean, if this clips, we 94% if it clips our TP. So
Huh.
hopefully it does. That would be quite nice, and I'll follow that down. And I realise I'm not actually sharing that screen. Um, I love Hyperliquid. That was probably one of my best. That was probably one of my best buys when we had the
Yeah.
Trump tariffs. I uh, I bought a load of Hyperliquid on spot at sort of $10. Like that was the price that it listed on exchanges was $10. So I was when things started dumping and they had all the hacks and everything was going bad for it. I thought if it goes below the exchange price, then I can sort of bail out at sort of like $7, but it feels too good. I must admit I didn't expect it to rip up as quickly and as violently as it did, but
Yeah, but I think also with James Wine and all those people, like there are so many whales trading on it. I
yeah.
mean, that definitely helps them.
Yeah, I mean, as a project, I love it. Like, I think I like trading on it, but I think what I think has really opened it up is that you can take the API and you can build on it, so that you can
Mm.
um, without too much difficulty, you can get the Hyperliquid software developer kit, and you can basically build your own exchange that just runs off Hyperliquid. So you can just
Oh,
build your own
whoa.
user interface. So there's a lot of trading bots that are running off Hyperliquid. So um, whether that
Yeah,
becomes the new retail thing, I
it
don't
could
know.
be
But
because yeah, what is I think a important thing to think of like what is really being used in the current markets. I think yeah, like exchanges are earning money. I mean, who's using really the Eve network? I mean, I send maybe once a year or something on the Eve
yeah,
network. I mean, I don't really see a lot of people using it. Maybe if really DeFi goes on, but like all these crypto valuations are so high.
yeah. Oh, this is a chart that I kicked myself at. I say I kicked
The
myself. I
fart
did quite
coin.
well. I longed Fartcoin at. I think I longed it about 25 cents.
Oh,
But I started taking profits here. I was looking for.
yeah.
I wasn't aggressive enough, and I was looking just for the retest of like this range here. So annoyed. I
Yeah.
think it was like a forex position at 25 cents down here. I did not expect it to come here, and then I think once it sort of got to here and retested this element, pulled back. I've just been scalping the shit out of this.
Yeah, I heard that.
Whenever I've got,
I, yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
whenever I've gone on with Dave, I said all when you see Fartcoin go down for a couple of days, just do a low leverage long on it. Not financial advice, but this thing when it has a couple of bad days, it pumps, and then it'll have a couple of bad days and it'll pump, and it'll have a couple of bad days. Like here, you've got a few bad days, little pump, a few bad days, rip. Here, a few bad days, found perfect retest, and then that is just fairly
Dripping
unforgiving
again.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think Fartcoin is like the example, like it doesn't matter if they don't earn anything, the project doesn't do anything. I mean, the
no,
charts look really nice, you have some nice retest levels, it works. You can trade it.
yeah, and
And if you can trade it,
ultimately,
people get involved.
that's what altcoins are there for. Like you don't half of them exist for no other reason than as volatile assets to trade.
Yeah.
Like people want to leverage trade something that moves 10% a day, and exchanges want
Yeah.
people to leverage trade something that moves 10% a day.
Yeah, I was also, I think, I'm not sure who told me that, like, I was always saying, like, it doesn't matter if you hold spot, use a 2x leverage. If you believe it won't go down, use a stop loss and 2x leverage. You can always be there. Ooh, there's an
I'm
alert.
showing a position.
Signal.
I'm showing a position here.
A signal sign.
This one's a bit of a risky one, but I was looking at a Brett reshort on the retest. It's not got to it yet. But then this one I find like a high risk because I think if it does gain this level, and I'd sort of have my invalidation as here, that I think we then revisit these areas. But yeah, I was admittedly looking at that.
But
I
aren't you like quite bullish on the Coinbase of the base chain?
I am bullish on that. I have a very big spot back of Aero. I know
Yeah.
that's one that we've both been quite bullish on. This thing has just performed. I'm very short.
Yeah.
My thesis is if I have 5 long positions, I'm allowed a short. I'm allowed a short. I'm allowed a short. I remember we spoke about this, and I remember Plot Pro
And we
was
spoke about
saying,
it when it was up at like 220.
yeah,
And I was like
Plot Pro
trying to
Justin was
load a
saying,
little bit at 160.
yeah. I must admit, I'd been trying to catch this. I was in a position that was a little bit underwater here. I'd been a little bit bad for my risk management here. And then it started going back down here, and I was like, oh, once it was down like this, once it was coming down here, and I was starting to get a bit worried because I think I'd just done like a spot leverage position, and my liquidation on it was, I think, like 2, or it was like 20. It
Like
came
you got
down here, and
scared.
I got very scared. And then when it got here, I thought, God, it's now or never. So I chucked a little bit more, and it gained. It ran. I did get a little bit scared though, Hugo. I started cutting some of what I bought here. I started cutting here. Um, didn't really reload here. I sort of took my eye off the chart a little bit on this one, but
Yeah,
that's
but look at it as like taking profits. Put in
yeah,
some
exactly,
bigger asset and you will be fine.
exactly. It's that profit rotation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oof, you're brave shorting. Yeah, I
Yes.
know, I know. As I say, they're like 5 longs equals a short, in my opinion, if the time
so,
allows.
so I need to
Uh,
open a lot of long. Always, I need to open a long when I want to short.
yeah. Oh God, I hate this asset. This one, this one just feels primed, doesn't it? And it feels primed to run for no reason, given it
Yeah,
has
but
absolutely
also
no
it can like.
utility.
Yeah, I'm also like this should go down. Like some of the meme comments I don't touch, but sometimes yeah, they're so weird. But on the other hand, you have pump the token of pump fun. Where is it currently at? Did it go
Uh,
really down now?
yeah, well, there's a what's
Oh,
it called? That's the spot position. Oh, we're in the daily. So it's found a level, because you could argue that that is probably a level.
yeah, definitely.
Uh, Probably not one to look at on the daily. I did chart this on a different one, but it's probably one for the 4 hours, isn't it? Yeah, so you'd argue it sort of found a level around here, but I think
Yeah.
for me, it feels like with all the airdrops and things, I can't
That
see how
also,
it holds that level unless they use some of the pre-sale funds to support that level.
but isn't it that like the pump fun team is also like famous of selling all their Solana holdings? I
Yeah, so
remember, if I'm
they
not
offload
correctly,
a
that
lot.
they're selling, so they don't fucking care. They're like, do you know how many millions we made of this?
Yeah, they've made their money. I
Yeah.
mean, this is one that I wouldn't touch. no reason to. Fartcoin is ripping, isn't it? As this one, I tell you what, actually, I think is an interesting one, and I've been buying some spot of this is Sundog.
Yeah.
Because this is like one of the memes that hasn't really run. Like that, I don't know. Given sort of obviously Tron and things like that is, for me, if I was having a play on a meme coin, I'd want to
This
see
is
a
on
bit
the
more
Tron
volume,
network.
and I'd want, yeah. So this is on the Tron network, which
Ah,
Tron is an interesting one
yeah,
because
that one is
I've not,
pumping. I was looking today
yeah, I've not
at
chanced
the
to get onto
yearly
the Tron.
charts. Which ones are up? And I think Tron was one of the. There are a few ones, but Tron is one of the only ones.
Well, this
So not a
just
lot.
doesn't retrace, does it?
No,
That's just like a slow
but
and steady banana. Obviously, you've got big, that big
yeah, that
wick.
was like the weird news thing. Or no, it wasn't. Was it when they said
Yeah,
like UAE, if you have enough Tron, you can have a golden visa or anything?
no, it was something. There was like Tron mania for a couple of days. I was really
Uh,
annoyed. I had a wallet that got hacked with. I had a wallet that got hacked. One of my Tron trading bots. Yeah, I've had some bad. I've been hacked on 2 trading bots, and one of them
oh,
is
that's
the
sad.
most. One of them is the most painful one ever, Hugo, because I
It's the
bought
Tron one.
some. I bought some free. No, it was the Solana one that was the worst. Is I had free Ross in there. Um, I had. I think at the time it was like $200 worth of free Ross. I just bought a Sol. It was back in. Gosh, it was like back in like June or something. And then when Trump got in and pardoned him, the thing ran up, and I had a look at like what that would have been worth, and that that $200 would have
Oh.
turned into like 16,000.
Oh.
It was horrible. Oh, it was horrible.
That one's really, really sad.
Oh,
Oh,
it's one for deck screener, but
yeah,
yeah,
the
that
one's
was
protection, but the one is also looking good. Look at some charts. Also, Opalus. Have you looked at it? You've
no.
seen it. It's
What's
also looking prime to go up.
is it? This one,
OP.
Oculus, OP.
Yeah.
This one. No, that's optimism,
Wait, no,
isn't it?
these were. Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, the optimism. Oh, OP.
It's
Oh
OP,
no, it's OP, optimism.
OPUL. Yeah.
No, 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 no. It is
Is it
OP. Like,
optimism?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, I was like looking at my screen and what the chart.
Yeah. That's that. I'll tell you what. Whatever this thing is, this thing's also a little bit bullish, isn't it? If it regains this,
Yeah.
I'm going to add that to a watch list.
OP.
I've come across something without even looking. Yeah, that feels quite bullish. That one. Oh, it's 25% day as well. Here we
Whoa.
are. Find alpha. Optimism. Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Again,
Yeah.
there's still some price action was there below, so it doesn't look too bad for me. Yeah,
No,
I got in
that's
at 70 cents here.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, around here.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like 70.5.
I'll tell you what is looking really bullish.
Yeah, also on the higher time frame, it's really has some stuff. Yeah,
On
but
optimism.
injective as well.
Injective.
Like
Like I looked at this. Like this has started running now, but this for me feels really bullish. And, like if we gain this breakout zone here.
yeah, it should. I mean, someone was telling me at $8 you need to buy more. You need to buy more. I was like, oh well, I don't care. So I thought
I
like it's
was
an AI
buying at
coin, and
10.
I don't see too many AI coins going too hard. And I was like, ah, fuck, I will fade it. And now
Yeah, well, they do a
at
lot of
the
financial
2x.
services. They do a lot of financial services, don't they? Injective.
I have no idea to be honest. I
Yeah,
know
it's
there's
a
some AI coin.
yeah, it's a I think BlackRock run something on it.
Oh,
It's a financial services one. We can see here Canary Capital fires
Oh
files
yeah,
for
it is
first staked
DeFi.
injective ETF. Yeah, it's a DeFi. It's a DeFi
Yeah.
protocol.
Oh yeah, I just looked it up on my lovely ChatGPT.
A stake injective. Yeah.
Yeah, it is DeFi is
Hmm.
using it. Yeah,
Have you been
I
trading
know it is quite.
anything? Sorry.
Hmm?
Have you
No,
been
go ahead.
trading anything other than crypto? Have you been
Mm,
on the gold train
I
or
I've been on
anything?
the gold trading. I did some few last week. But yeah, I don't know. I still have like I prefer crypto. I think I don't have the problems like the big boys in our chat that they that they put throw in too much money.
That's
Like
the,
I won't get hunted in the order book, so
no, exactly. No,
so
I
at the
like
moment I
my
feel quite good.
commodities. I like
Yeah,
my
your orange juice, I
commodities.
found it always so funny.
Oh, I mean, I nailed the bottom of that one.
Yeah.
The short didn't quite work out. I went for the short, and that just keep. But as they say, like that probably wasn't the chart to go short. That's wrong. But
Yeah, but I'm like I never looked anything up. Did you look up why orange juice is like has some structure? I mean,
yeah. So
why?
so so I don't know why it fell off. It fell off here. It came down. Obviously, went for the perfect
Yeah.
block pro back test. Um, but if we look, so it pumped here because the so essentially the US gets a lot of its orange juice from Brazil. I think I
Yeah.
was reading it was like 85% of the US orange juice comes from Brazil. Now Brazil is not particularly favourable to Trump anymore, given that Bolsonaro's gone, and it's
Mm.
moved to sort of quite a left-wing state. So when you can see here when the tariffs came in on orange juice, it pumped because that boosts domestic production, and US orange juice is quite expensive. And then as we sort of see it here, retraced, and then we had Trump doubling down on tariffs. It coupled with some illness in in some of the crops, so that decided to run. But that just I don't know, it looks
I
pretty
mean, the
bullish.
chart looks perfectly. I'm like, the house is. This
It's
one is
fun
really
to trade
surprised
weird
me.
stuff. What else?
I
Oh,
mean,
lean hog. I nailed the bottom on pigs. Uh,
I
I went for
mean,
this back test here.
I'm like, if someone asks what's your job, yeah, I'm a market maker of lean hawks.
I know, and it's just like who is that? Who is trading this stuff? Like men used to go to war, and now they're trading pig futures. Chocolate's pretty fun to trade as well. I think like once you sort of learn how to trade and you learn to trade the back test, it's quite funny because everything just like obviously the instruments move differently, but just like it's just funny to trade stuff
There
like
is some structure in it.
I
Like,
know,
you
like you
need
look
to
at
look
this,
at
like this.
exactly how it works, but it is at the end trading. I think that is what I think really is like. We see it on the Discord, a lot of people trading gold. They
Yeah,
learned how to trade crypto. I know Jalapeno and Justin. First, I think they started mostly with crypto. Now Jalapeno is also doing like forex stuff, mostly
yeah.
gold, and Justin's also only at forex and gold currently. I'm like, they started with crypto, and if you know how to trade, you
Mm.
will easily know how to trade something else. There is
Also,
some structure in
this looks
apparently
really bullish.
everything.
This looks really bullish. I looked through and you can see that, and there was an impulse here for that. There was an impulse here for that. Went along, support resistance, support resistance, support resistance, support resistance, impulse, send, send. This is actually a really really good chart. I've not
I
traded
mean,
this.
yeah, you could even take it.
I might have to. I mean, obviously, commodities trade at such high leverage, you wouldn't really want to be long in something at 4% up on the day, unless you were sort of. I mean, it does look pretty bullish. Anyway, we'll go back to crypto now and stop boring people with commodities. But
Now, people, I think it's quite interesting for people to really know that if you are able to trade, that you can trade everything. Also, These bullshit assets.
Hey,
Yeah,
chocolate's not. There's more bullshit assets than chocolate. Like we trade some awful stuff, Hugo. There's worse.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
worse than
Okay.
chocolate.
But like I know my sister, she's like an analyst at a energy trading company, and they really have to look also at fundamentals, but yeah, they also do like the charting. I'm like, why are
Yeah.
there charts for it?
I used to do,
I
I
don't
used to do
think.
some natural gas stuff, and you do it on weather. So, yeah, but
Mm.
like, there's people that trade not just gas, but like oil, and they do it based on tanker flows. There's a site called Tanker Trackers, which basically is like
What?
global tanker shipping API that includes dark fleet vessels. It's amazing the
But you
internet,
can.
Hugo.
Do you know that you can track every single boat that is like on the inside in the sea? I
Yeah,
was on holiday, and I always love to see like the big yachts. So I looked up every yacht that came in because there's like a tracker marine traffic. You can look up the name, you can see how much it's every week, like who is the owner. Oh,
yeah.
you got British and Opal.
I might actually have a look at this.
I mean,
The
I
Wizard of
remember the
Wars.
ticker.
That
It
could you imagine
really, I
getting a
really
short in
remember, but
there?
it looks so dead.
Could you imagine shorting there? One time. Oh, there's been some bad ones. My favourite one, I went through this with Dave, and it will always be because Trump's just pardoned him. But the fact that this was a stock.
Oh. I mean, people think in stocks that the downside isn't that much. They're happy with the 8% gain, but they're being with the 100% loss.
I know, but ultimately, like, and I've been moving more to stocks recently. Anyway, it's just like I don't know, just like the way they move. I've been like some of the stuff. I've got some proper degen stuff on my watch list for stocks. Uh, like this one, I dropped this one in for safer crypto. This did a 20% candle today, and it's retracing. This one I might actually look to.
To buy back in, or
Yeah, I might do this. Oh, there's some stuff that's been brutalized, isn't there?
yeah. Have you ever looked at like what's called Bitcoin mining companies?
I had one on my radar that I was looking at today. It was, is it BMR or BM? What's the Bitmine? Here it is,
Um,
Bitmine Immersion. This is a really interesting one. Um,
yeah, they can pump really out of nothing.
Actually, I've got a fantastic one talking about ETH. This one is
Oh yeah,
this is
you got
really really
the options
volatile.
on it.
The options on this are nuts. If anyone gets involved in options, then they're very brave. I might actually, to be fair, given it's down 7%, I might actually see what the options market is saying after this. But yeah, this is essentially the micro-strategy of Ethereum, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean they are doing really well lately.
It's an untradeable chart, isn't it?
Yeah, but like there are so
There
many
is
fair
no
value gaps.
structure.
Like I'm not sure if you can trade all the pre-markets. I don't get stocks. I
No,
like my vegan crypto.
that's what Justin says is there's too many sort of the gaps, especially when you look at stuff on the daily. Uh,
Yeah, I mean I
this
look
one's a
at
really interesting one.
a lot of the time when I start opening the charts, or like if when I know when New York Open's coming, I look at the Nasdaq chart and the S&P chart because if they are doing big dump, then
Yeah,
normally Bitcoin will join them. And yeah, they have also some levels too where you can short and long.
yeah, because this looks relatively bullish as well. This has just been added to the S&P 500. That's a crypto stock.
Mm.
Uh,
A lot of crypto stocks getting added.
yeah, I also had
And
two.
what?
I said, sorry.
No, no, no. I was like, what is your long-term view? Because we see a lot of companies adding Bitcoin to their balance. Like, what do you think would that they will do? How will the bear market start? I think
I
really in the
think
beginning of
bear
the stream
market is
we had like blog post saying when bear market. Like, how will this head do? How will this bear market look like? We got MicroStrategy buying. 1 billion or like 750 million every week.
I don't think
Like,
it'll be MicroStrategy that go down. I think what you might see is some of these companies that have treasuryed it will probably get itchy feet if we start to come down and really retest something. I think once we start seeing that sort of real rollover, because it's interesting, like you're seeing like the companies who are now announcing Bitcoin treasuries, and like in all honesty, like this isn't the time really to be buying Bitcoin.
yeah, you're
Like
at an all-time high.
yeah,
I mean, someone needs to buy my bag, but I was not think that institutions would be.
exactly. It's quite interesting. Bullish day for crypto, and like everything here has been brutalized.
Yeah.
Oh, my TP hit. I need to go and make
Oh,
sure that I need to make
it is
sure.
not like
I
one
think I
cent
have.
off.
I think I have either had the
Oh,
most magnificent trade, or I am going to be ending this. To be fair, I had a TP here and I had a TP here, so that was sort of my final TP. So
yeah.
that's good.
Oh, this weekend I got really screwed over at CRV. I got a order at 91 cents and it went to 91.1. I got so annoyed, and day after it was back at 104.
Oh, that's yeah. This is an interesting chart. Isn't it? God, that's bad.
Yeah, it is a
Tell you what,
DeFi project. I really like it. It's a DeFi project on Eve.
I chatted something up for someone earlier because they were talking about buying Aave, and I said I wouldn't be buying Aave spot. I think if you're trading it, trade it. This thing is really interesting because this tends to move with Aave compound.
I will add
So
it
I'm
to the
looking at
list.
when I get involved because I had some, I had some around here, and I'd been buying, and I went a bit underwater, and I'd set a sell order for the market structure here, and then out of nowhere we just got that wick. I got filled. I got filled on the wick. I
Really?
was all out.
At what
Yeah,
price? At $74.
I got. Yeah, I had it. I think. Yeah, I had it. I think I had it down here at $70. So obviously didn't get the 80, but um, that is why, as I said earlier, always set sell limit orders on exchanges.
Oh.
I got bailed out big time on one today, Hugo. Actually, I honestly, I am
Yeah, I
so
saw you
happy
sending a
about
message about it. That one.
it.
What is this?
I'd had this, and it was just I'd just been accumulating it around here, and I was waiting for like a breakout. Unfortunately, I think my TP was like I was TPing like between sort of here and here. Um,
Yeah.
but like I'm quite happy because I bought a load of this. I think it was here when I started buying it because it was when the exchanges started doing all the delistings.
Yeah, yeah, you had the
This was
Binance
one that they
doing.
delisted, and this is a good project. It's a good DeFi protocol that's still used.
Mm.
Um, so I sort of was accumulating here, and I'd set my limit sell orders, and then all of a sudden I checked my account earlier, and I couldn't see it in there, but I could see a load of cash, and I got filled in on the win.
You're like, is someone sending me money or anything? But I'm curious, like, is this like some new guy in crypto who thought like, oh, but it's just a nice project. I will put like a 20, 30K market buy? And they are like, no,
That
we're
is, yeah, like that is a nuts candle.
I didn't look at it. Do you just look at what's the indicator called? VRVP. There you can see the orders. I mean, I'm certain it was completely empty over there. Yeah, that one. Yeah, for some projects, I didn't really look at it too much yet, but I have the feeling that the real project pumped like really crazy because of there's like no orders inside.
That is just yeah. So I got filled on that, so I was quite happy. So I've got a bit of cash to play around with. I don't know if I'll re-enter this.
Nah. I think you got your money and there are like thousands of projects.
Yeah, it's just rotation. We're still on
Yeah.
stocks. This one I'm quite bullish on.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. I'm bullish on a lot of things. I'm
Yeah, I'm
quite
always
annoyed.
like I was like today I was like in the plane and I got like there was like Wi-Fi in the plane, and I was like, "Oh, I need to buy this. Oh, I need to buy this." I was like, "Wait, you have like a lot of positions open. We're not opening more." I was like, "Oh, this looks
Yeah.
good. This looks good."
Oh, I love this thing. I love this thing. I was buying a load of it in my ISA down here. I started
Mm.
taking profits here, so I didn't actually get to ride it all the way up to the upside. But this, I had such a beautiful ride up. I'm waiting for it. I mean, chatting to Dave. I mean, that's my zone of interest again. But
Yeah,
I'm
could come
crypto.
definitely come down. Oh, and I got another question for you. I think today in Blog Post EMA, he was also talking about what will you do when you cash out your crypto. What is your plan
Yeah.
for it?
Um. I think. I think ultimately it's sort of sit on my hands and wait. I think some of what I'm planning to do. So what's left that I've got in my ETH that I'm running up in the coin margins. I think once we begin to see that top out, given I'm quite long term bullish on Ethereum, I'd probably reverse it. Um, I think some of my spot holdings I'd look to do that where you've got coin margin availability, like Bitcoin. I'll probably do it as I'd probably given sort of I like Bitcoin over the next 10 years, at least 10 years plus.
Yeah.
I'd probably, for some of those, I'd reverse margin it. I don't think I'd do it for Solana because
Yeah, because
I
there are too
don't,
many. Yeah.
yeah, like I like Solana, but I think if I want to get involved in Solana, I'd rather have the USDT. Um,
Yeah, but don't
I
you
think,
think, like, what my opinion is, I'm not sure Solana is the best chain to build on. Like, I think you have to change like Sui and Sai. You have a lot of change. Why would Solana be the big one? Like, Eve was
yeah,
like the first big one, and then Solana, I think they really got the community with it. They really worked really hard on it. But then, yeah, it got, I mean, who will really support it? People also know it from like the meme chain. That is why I think it is up so much.
yeah. I think for me, I was saying this to someone the other day. I think the issue you've got with like these low cost chains is you need tremendous amount of throughput to make them
Yeah,
worthwhile, and I don't think we've established a viable use case for people to actually use them. I mean, I'd love to see this come out and sort of clear up here.
yeah.
Whether we get an all time high on this, I don't know. I don't think we come all the way
Then it will
up
take some
here.
years.
Yeah,
But I think, yeah, the thing was what we think a few weeks ago, yeah, OnlyFans was on sale. It was on sale
yeah.
for like, what was it? 8 billion?
Oh,
Or was it like
8 billion.
way
Yeah,
less?
it was eight
They're
eight
making
billion.
800 million in
Yeah,
profit. That's like in 10 years.
they were doing 800 million a year in free cash flow. It was nuts.
Yeah. I mean, that are projects that really make money. Crypto, all those projects make way, way less,
Exactly.
and they are worth so much more. I mean, I hope that there's not too much future for OnlyFans, but there will be.
I've got a bag of this. I'm waiting. I'm being so patient with this one, but this is due to happen. I closed my long out here, so I'd been building a long position here, and I closed it out here, and then I've just been longing. I was a bit underwater here. This thing just doesn't seem to move. I think, to be fair, if I look at it on this, it feels like it's getting a bit more bullish.
Yeah, but it really needs to break
I'm
the
in
10 cent
dangerous
mark.
territory. Yeah,
Yeah, but on
really,
the
I
other
wouldn't
hand, like
speak it.
if the project really wants to continue, it needs to go back to the 10 cent mark. So that should be
Yeah,
sort of a free trade. I think if they still have the Twitter engagement, the project knows how markets work. If they
it's a
stay
very
below,
big project.
yeah, they need to go to like the listing price back to it.
Yeah. Oh, I love
Mm.
cow.
Yeah, I was looking at it today. It's looking bullish.
I love cow. Oh, this thing was so good. I was on a stag do in Amsterdam.
Oh,
Yeah, I was on a.
yeah, I miss.
I'd gone long. Just again, Justin signal. Justin said, highly advisable. Not financial advice. You might want to have a position on cow. Now, I'd been building a position. Here. So I'd been building a position here, and then we had this real drop off here, and I was panicking a little bit because I'd gone in a little bit too heavy, and it was before like my risk managements were properly honed, and I was in a position where I'd been longing all the way up here, and I wasn't underwater, but I was looking at it thinking, oh, I wish I'd taken profits, blah blah blah. But I was underwater on some other things, and Justin was just like, just hold on. And I think I went on this. It pushed up here, and I was debating whether I cut here before the stag do because I didn't want to be looking. And Justin was just like, just hold on, just give it a couple of days. And I was like,
he knew something was going on.
It was this day, so like I'd gone out on the stag do. The boys went home on the Sunday, and my mate had come out for a weekend. I remember we came out and we were in the red light district, and I looked at my phone and it had like all hit all my TPs, and I closed what was remaining, and it was like a 10 grand trade that I closed. I closed a 10 grand trade in Amsterdam. I won't go into detail.
When you were at the red light district. I know where the money is spent on. It's wisely spent.
We tell no tales, but I'll tell you where I did go. I treated my friend. We went to the the Chinese restaurant in the red light district.
I'm not too familiar with the red light district.
Okay. Anyone who goes there, it's a beautiful restaurant. It's like across like 4 floors in Amsterdam. It's on the canal. You go in, you ask for a seat by the window. It's the best place to people watch. You get really good Chinese food, and you look out and you see people going into windows. Crikey. This is a really interesting one, actually. Before we go, there's news coming out. Jason Huang to sell 10% of his Nvidia stock.
Is that the founder?
Yeah. This might be interesting because this might be a
big short.
This might be a rollover. So I would say keep an eye on this. Honestly, Hugo, I could talk to you for hours and go through all of these. I'll have to have you on another stream. But
definitely.
Thank you very much. I think actually before we go, I should check on the
stream trade. You're still in profits.
Oh, that's very good. Have we bounced back up?
We bounced, sort of. I think Sol got the pump. Eve just got back up to 1. Oh wait,
have a look.
3,800.
We're 25% in profit. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Trying to get this account back up. I got decimated by Ross's Solana long. I think when I had Ross on this account, I long Solana, and we got stopped out. And then obviously my other Hyperliquid account that I was messing around with, I said off me. But painful. Always write down your seed phrase. Even if it's a play around account, always write down the seed phrase because I got locked out of an account with that had I think about $3,000 in it, which it's annoying. I might actually set an additional partial TP.
Yeah.
I'll do that off stream.
I'm curious how it goes. Yeah, I think I'm bullish for the rest of the week. I think we got our retest. Really quickly before we go, did Bitcoin get a new low today? We got a... No, we didn't get a new low. That was what I was hoping for. Again, I'm bullish for the rest of the week. And
me too.
I will open 5 long so I can take a short.
As long as it tags me into my Brett short, I'll be happy. We are moving down on Doge. We did take a short on stream, so that sort of counts. We've taken a very public short position. So if any Doge whales want to take us out, please don't.
I would be happy. I still have 50% of my long.
Anyway,
take him out. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Hugo. I will definitely have you on for another stream because this was a lot of fun.
Yes.
And it's a profitable one by all accounts. We are currently 26% up on that short. So yeah, it's a
Just
shame.
watch
I
10K next time, and we are happy.
Yeah, I wish I did it on Mexi, so I could have done it 100x short. But hey ho. Right. Anyway,
Yeah,
take care, and I'll
yes.
see you all later. Bye.
Bye bye.